I'm going to have a look at that. On average, over 20 accounts. So some have done a lot better, some have done a lot worse. So it can be traded on small, real accounts of, let's say, $300. In fact, you can trade it on smaller accounts than that, but we're using $300 because we're going to be using this information to push into the link service where traders in future will be able to see the results on live accounts. They'll be able to trade $300 accounts, and they will be able to trade one trade at a time. Big movement from the current situation on the linked service. It can be traded with low leverage. Because it's profitable, because we're only trading one trade at a time, you don't need much leverage at all. So it can be traded on very low leverage, ideal again for the US traders. Very sound logic. I've already said it's so easy. You just sell overbought, buy oversold, and use the ADX to filter trends. Very simple logic. And it's easy to tame. So it's a simple EA. You're only worrying about the RSI and the ADX, and that's all you're worrying about. There are some other things you're worrying about, but it is simple to tame. So let's go and have a look at the portfolio and how I'm going to manage it today. Give you an idea of the things that I look for. Okay, so now I've dialed into one of my computers in the dungeon. I'm actually sitting in my admin office. I'm looking at the computer in the dungeon, and I've dialed into that. And here are the actual accounts that have been traded. And initially, when I'm doing this, my main aim is to get a feel of whether the lot sizing is either too aggressive or too small, because you don't want accounts that will have a drawdown of more than 10%. Now 10% on a $300 account is about $30. So firstly, if I see an account that's had more than 10% drawdown in 10 days, that means the lot sizing is too big. But on the other hand, if I see an account that has income that was generated that is higher than 10%, I also worry, because then it means the lot sizing is too aggressive, because we've got to scale these accounts for the linked service. So today, that's most probably going to be my main focus. That's what I like about this EA. It's great. Okay, so here are the results, and the first thing I would do is I'd go to orders, and I'd say, all right, let's look at the closed orders, because there aren't any open ones, and let's have a look. So that's already a bit of a warning. There's something wrong over there. We need to fix that. So let's go and have a look at the settings.